What's up, everybody? This is Nick, and you're joining us once again for a Mini Lightning Newscast, where we bring you news fast, news in 10 minutes, news that you can use or that may just interest you. And as always, I'm joined by my fellow newscaster and friend.
This is Eric. I didn't know if that was a dramatic pause or something else.
No, it was not. If you want to hear all about the dramatic pause he is speaking about, you can listen to the Puck Podcast this week. All right. Well, Eric, we have 10 minutes to bring people news, and today we're bringing them news about animals. And here we go, my friend. As always, we have 10 minutes to tell them stories on the guest star, Death Star. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. I have that first story. All right. Well, it seems in China, it is very easy to mistake a dog for a bear.
I'm not sure. What
let me tell you the story.
Do bears look different in China?
They do. They look like a puppy. How dare you?
How dare I?
Well, there was a villager in the Szechuan village.
Sounds delicious.
Well, I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm just calling it Szechuan.
Do we import their sauce?
Well, I hope we do. But it's southwest of the Yunnan province. But
of course, I already knew that.
This lady, Yang Linsheng, who was picking mushrooms one day, noticed this little animal lying down, having trouble breathing. She left it alone at first, but then as she walked away from it, she came back around and she noticed that this little thing was still there. So she took pity on it, put it in a basket, and carried it home with her, where the family immediately fell in love with it and named it Han Han, which means simple and honest. Well, this little Chinese animal wasn't simple and honest after all, my friend. It turned out that this ended up being none other than a disguised black bear.
So the black bear disguising itself as a dog
to get sympathy from the people,
from the humans.
Here's the thing. I wonder how long it took them to realize this ain't no dog.
This ain't no dog. When it stands up, maybe? Because dogs don't typically stand on two legs.
It could be just doing some tricks.
The tricks are for kids.
There are images of them. They have another dog, but there are images of this little black bear standing on its hind legs, messing with the other dog and like swatting at it. Not hard, but kind of playfully at this other dog.
This other dog. It got you.
You're
did. Calling it a dog now.
Han has convinced me it is a dog. Unfortunately for them, they posted some stuff to social media. Social media ruins everything. Remember that, people. They posted some stuff to social media. One of the neighbors saw it on there, and they immediately called authorities, who came and took the bear away. Because who knew? Not a good idea to have a bear as a pet.
Yeah, if you don't have the facilities for that, definitely.
The best part was that they had fallen so in love with this animal, they didn't want to give it away. Like, they apparently at some point they realized it was a black bear, and they were like, well, we just didn't want to give it. We had fallen in love with it. My question is, what was your long-term plan?
I don't know.
What do you do?
Wow.
Like, the bear's going to get bigger.
And gonna eat a lot of food.
Oh, it's gonna eat a lot of food. And probably when you run out of food, maybe you.
Exactly.
I mean,
that must be something they're willing to chance in to own a bear. I don't know. The world's a crazy place, Nick.
Well, no, let me bring this up before we move on. I know it's a crazy place, but one of the best parts of this is that the way they used to take care of him is they would chain him to a tree, or chain her, I guess, to a tree in the courtyard when nobody was home. When we returned home, we let her loose to play in the courtyard. I'm guessing that plan wouldn't have worked as she got older. She would have probably taken and uprooted said tree and, that
killed everyone in the neighborhood.
Yes. I mean, that was just a given. But that's what happens in crazy worlds, as you were segueing to.
Yeah, this crazy world. Now we have bears acting like dogs, and now we have dogs looking like humans. A dog has taken the internet by storm. A 1-year-old puppy is just making everyone probably on Instagram and Twitter go absolutely bananas because this dog has a human face.
Whoa, what kind of dog has a human face, sir?
You would ask that question. His name is Yogi, and he's a Shiapu.
Excuse me, sir. Language. We are a family show.
That's
What kind
right.
of? Wait, what is a Shiapu?
It's a cross between
What is a Chia pet?
exactly a Shih Tzu and a poodle. The dog's eyes and jaws make him appear very human-like, despite being just being a dog. The owner, Chantel Desjardins, says he is the most playful puppy she's ever seen. He is always wanting to play with the ball or get his belly rubbed. What dog doesn't love that? Especially a human-faced looking dog.
And he asked for it in the English language.
How terrifying would that be? Now,
Hello, human. Welcome.
we scrolled through this
This article.
this article looking at the different.
I'm sorry. This source.
Yeah, looking at the different lookalikes for this dog, and we both landed on what celebrity this dog most looks like, and that celebrity is, to no one's surprise, the most human-faced human we know,
Nick Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas
The
Cage.
face of an angel, people.
That's right. Didn't he?
In the face of an angel. Sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, he looks remarkable. It's the nose. It's the bridge of the nose, in my opinion. Nicolas Cage got this long face, and this dog's just the way its hair lays, and it's kind of just, I don't know. It does look very human. It's almost disturbing how human it looks. You know, there's also
Leonardo DiCaprio.
similar to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ed Sheeran's another one that this dog looks creepily like. You have Jonah Hill.
A thinner Jonah Hill, I
Yeah.
could say. Yeah. Someone put Anthony Hopkins, but I don't think so much. And Jake Gyllenhaal, that's who this is. Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's not Jake Gyllenhaal.
Well, who is this one? They all look the same. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. not.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not much.
I don't
into
know.
it.
I don't either.
They're about the same to me.
I couldn't remember him, but I do remember that's not Jake Gyllenhaal. Anyway, go ahead.
Wow, you know more than I do. So, Nick, what human-faced animals would you like to come in contact with? Human-faced bear.
Human-faced bear. I don't know. Human-faced horse.
Oh my goodness, that would be terrifying. Just thinking about that made my heart skip
I would
a
look
beat.
at him and go, "You look like Nick Cage."
He would look like Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You remember the old joke of the horse walks into a bar and says, "Why the long face?" It could also apply to Nick Cage. Nick Cage walked into a bar and the bartender said, "Why the long face?"
Yeah. Oh man, that's pretty crazy. Man, I couldn't imagine coming across a human-faced horse. It takes my words away from me.
It does. It terrifies the mind and grosses out the heart.
Grosses out the heart, definitely. Hey, Nick, we always like to comment and report on airlines and their interactions with animals.
Most trusted industry right now, airlines.
Especially when it
We
comes to
love
taking care of
talking
animals.
about it. Oh yeah, talking about taking care of animals, passengers. They do a heck of a job.
Well, here's an article. U.S. Airlines accidentally flies a German Shepherd to Japan instead of Kansas because those two get confused a lot, I guess. I've never been to Japan. I have been to Kansas, so I feel like I don't need to go to Japan anymore. They're pretty much the same place, right? Right?
Well, I mean, Kansas does have a lot in common with Japan. Maybe. I don't know. Both flat.
Well,
and boring.
Here's the article. I know it. The article headline is actually a little misleading.
Kansas is so flat it had to be stomped down by Godzilla, which came from Japan.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
You
I
got
found the connection.
Well, let's clarify some of this. Kara Swindell flew with the airline from Oregon to Kansas City, Missouri. Weirdly, not Kansas. About the same place, though, if you've ever been there. With her 2 children and their dog, they were moving homes. When they arrived in Kansas City, they went to the Kansas City airport. The family went to the cargo facility to pick up their 10-year-old German Shepherd, Irgo, IRGO. Instead of their dog, the Swindell family was handed a Great Dane who was scheduled to fly to Japan. Wow.
Oh, what the mix-up, man. That had to be quite the mix-up.
Someone is dog blind. They can't tell the difference between you. In fact, reading the article and kind of reading around about this, as of when is this article? Today, this afternoon, they still hadn't got their dog back. They don't even know where the dog is because the paperwork is so messed up. Now, United Airlines obviously took full responsibility for this, but they are already on the ropes because of the death of a 10-month-old puppy. A flight attendant forced the owner to put in the overhead locker during a flight from Houston, New York. And that happened just recently, just a couple days ago, day ago, that a puppy was, when we're going on with this dog, and they're like, you got to put that in the overhead department. They bickered about it.
They now make you check your animals. At the gate.
Check your animal at the gate.
You know, this reminds me of I remember when my dog went to Japan. I went one day and he was gone.
He sent you some letters.
My parents said, he's gone to Japan, son.
I had a dog go to Japan once too.
Did you?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
Never saw him again.
No, they must be very happy in Japan.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, well, all I know is that German Shepherd will be happy in Japan. But you know what would make him feel better?
What's that?
Knowing where he could find us.
Well, he can find us all over the internet once he gets his paws back in America. And he can go to YouTube or Facebook and search for Pull Up a Chair Podcast. You can also find us on Twitter at Pull Up a Chair Pod. You can also find us on Spotify. Just go there and search in the podcast section for Pull Up a Chair Podcast. And we are now on Spotify. And of course, last but not least, you can find us on our own website, puckpodcast.website. Again, I say puckpodcast.website. And of course, every Android podcasting app and iTunes.
Well, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you learned a little something about animals and just how to distinguish the differences between a bear and a dog and a human, or even to send your animal to Japan.
Kansas and Japan.
Yeah, I mean, they're all similar.
Everyone makes mistakes.
You know what, Eric? I like to think that the things that make us different also makes us the same. And with that thought, I send you on your way and have a great day.
Bye.